brokerage internship. I'm just going to share some really quick tips on how to do this. It can be really challenging because there's not many business brokers in each city, and they can be pretty secretive. Some of them have very close guarded business tactics and strategies. In fact, one time I went myself early on in my career to get a business brokerage internship, and the person was going to make me sign a non-compete that basically said that if I do an internship for him, I could not do business brokerage anywhere within that city for the next 10 years or something like that. So lots of people are very scared of people stealing their tactics and making money off of, stealing work away from them and charging lower fees or something like that. So you have to be very careful on how you approach people and respect their business models and their secrecy and their confidentiality. And it's not something I would bring up in the job interview that you know that, but just be respectful of that and cognizant of that as you try to get into the industry. So here's some quick tips. First, try to get a spreadsheet, Google Docs spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet of 20 business brokerage firms you'd like to work for. These are firms which are already successfully running, so you can go, be mentored there, learn a lot about the business. And by having 20 of them, you have a much greater chance of getting in than if you just apply to 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 and you do it in a disorganized way. I suggest you put it all in an Excel spreadsheet, the names of each brokerage firm that you're approaching. Then you put down the first and last name of the person that you're working with, their phone number, email address, as well as physical mailing address. And then you meet with each of them in person, follow up with a letter in the mail, send an email, follow up phone call. That way they're guaranteed to remember you, you're going to stand out, and one of them will probably offer you an internship because one of them will probably be so successful and busy that they know they could grow their business if they had another person there helping them process, research, or list orders online, or list listings online, etc. So that's a really good tip that can help you approach 20 at a time, put them in a spreadsheet, and make sure you meet with as many as face-to-face as possible. Another tip is to make up a project. So if a business broker says, I'm sorry, we don't have any internship projects available right now, you can come back to them and say, well, actually, I've thought of 2 projects I'd like to complete for your business brokerage firm. One could be improving their web presence, maybe improving how they rank on Google or how they do their marketing. Another project could be analyzing all the business brokers in their region, maybe the top 3 or 4 nationally, seeing what they're doing and copy all their website best practices, their term sheet best practices, their models, and just copy everything that these great firms are doing and integrate them into your own unique way within this business brokerage firm. And that'll probably get their interest, at least for a few minutes. And if they still don't want to hire you, another trick to use is to work for free. Now, I did this early on in my career. What I did was say, I'll work for you for free as long as it takes until I'm worth keeping around long term. And in my mind, after 7 or 8 weeks, I would have quit and just wrote it off as internship experience. But after 3 weeks, I got offered a full-time job, and by the 4th week, I was a full-time salaried employee. So that can be a really great way to get your foot in the door, especially within these small types of business brokerage firms where there's 1 or 2 or maybe 4 or 5 employees only total. And then by doing this, working for free to start with, you get your foot in the door and prove yourself, and you can do very well there. So I hope you enjoyed these business brokerage internship tips. Thanks for joining us. This is businesstraining.com, where you can earn master's level qualifications to make more money.